welcome to the Fairly Relatable Podcast.
It's like therapy with your best friends, minus the copay.
Hello and welcome back. Hey, Jen.
Hi.
How's it going?
Going.
We're going to dive into some noteworthy news headlines.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. We haven't done this yet, but we both know we're pretty opinionated.
We have some opinions.
Yeah.
We're open-minded, though, as well. We're not...
Totally. And honestly, like a lot of these stories just make me think about like the bigger picture of what gets presented in the news, but like what's like the real, like what does it mean like on a macro level?
Totes.
I don't even know if that made sense.
I don't either know if that made sense.
You'll get it as I talk, hopefully.
It will begin to make sense.
I'm like fighting a headache though, if we're gonna be honest here. Whenever I wear my hair up, I get headaches, but sometimes you just don't want
let your hair down.
Sometimes you just don't want to do your hair. But then when I get these headaches,
because look at how much hair you have wrapped up in that clip. No wonder you have a headache.
With these headaches, it like takes away my like concentration. But anyways, I can rally. Let's do it.
Well, so the first headline that I stumbled upon that I found kind of interesting and relatable, and I feel like moms everywhere are going to want to weigh in on this one. Paris Hilton.
Okay, what? Yeah, what happened with her?
So her son is 19 months old, and according to page 6 in TMZ, this is where I'm getting my facts from. She and her family, yes, very reputable sources. She and her family were on some like huge catamaran, and this is the Hilton family. So you know whatever boat they're on, it's massive, right? So, and I saw pictures of it. It's really, really big. It almost looks like a cruise ship. Okay. It looks like their family's on a cruise ship. The 19-month-old son is, here it is. He's not wearing a life vest in the photos and the footage on the deck of the ship. He's not wearing a life vest. Half the people are scrutinizing her like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
The other half are like rushing to her defense.
Okay. So I want to know, what are they scrutinizing and what are they defending?
Okay. So they're scrutinizing the fact that anytime you have a child, especially if they're under the age of knowing how to swim, which she has kind of clapped back and said that her kid knows how to swim, which the jury's out on that.
Well, maybe they know how to not drown.
Maybe. And you know what? Hey, awesome. If that's the case, that's great. Maybe.
But like in the ocean?
They're in the ocean. So they're saying that it's just unsafe. Like a kid should have life vests on, especially a 19-month-old. He's like toddling around on the deck of the boat.
Do you think they call it a toddler because they toddle around, or do you think they call it toddling around because they're toddlers?
Ooh.
Because that can't be a coincidence.
I don't know. That's a good question. I think they're called toddlers because they toddle. They're like, dun, 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 dun.
I think it's the opposite.
Well, guess what? We're never going to know unless we Google it.
We can Google it.
So anyway, people are all up in arms that she didn't have the kid in a life vest. She's saying, first of all, my kid, well, she's not saying it first. She says it last, that he knows how to swim. But she's saying we were watching him like a hawk. My kids are my world, or my kid's my world.
And these are huge boats, right?
These are huge boats. So part of me is thinking, to have your 19-month-old in a life vest the entire time you're on a boat with your family.
Because are they like sleeping on it?
They're like out for like a while. Like I think they're out there for a while. It's like there's that, which is kind of I think no, I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't have my 19-month. I just would never even have to make that decision.
Like you would never go on the boat?
No, I'm not taking my 19-month-old onto a no. What? I just wouldn't. I know.
Wait, they're probably on like one of the most luxurious yachts in the middle of the ocean.
That Disney cruise. I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, I was going to say, actually, not even the Disney cruise. There's a yacht. I think it was off the coast of Sicily.
I don't want to know. Is it sad?
We have to talk about it because that's what we're doing on the podcast. It had look it up. It had very prominent, wealthy people on it. A huge, luxurious yacht, and it sank. This just happened.
Like a rogue wave hit it, or it just sank on its own?
I don't know why.
But this is what I'm talking about. Rogue wave. You 19-month-old.
What's a what?
What's a what? Oh yeah.
Wait, a rogue?
A rogue wave.
Like it went
It
rogue?
went rogue. It's
Oh,
like a
is that
little
like
mini tidal wave or a tsunami or whatever it is.
But is that like a technical term or you're just saying?
Have you seen The Perfect Storm? With
No.
Mark Wahlberg.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Rogue wave.
Mike Lynch. I look up.
Mike Lynch.
Yeah.
Isn't he a director? No, that's
no.
that's
Mike
David Lynch. Right.
Mike Lynch. He's a. Okay, wait. Now we're looking up a bunch of stuff. Are you going to look up Mike Lynch? Because I'll read the story. Mike Lynch yacht sinking must be due to human error.
What happened to everyone on board?
Well, here, listen to this. Captain recalls Mike Lynch's wife didn't want to leave without family. Mike Lynch passed away. People.
On the boat?
Oh, yeah. No,
What?
it sank. It sank.
Well, where's all the life vests and the lifeboats?
I don't know. I should have read this article. I didn't know we were going to talk about this.
But see, this is exactly why the Paris Hilton story is like making headlines. People are really fired up about it.
Sunken super yacht could cost insurers massively.
Well, like, who cares about the money?
Okay,
Like,
hold on. So Mike Lynch sunken super yacht could okay, that's fine. Sank this month, killing tech entrepreneur Mike Lynch and 6 others.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. A 184-foot long yacht, which the experts estimated to cost around 40 million, capsized and went down on August 19 within minutes of being hit by a pre-dawn storm while anchored off of northern Sicily.
Dang.
Wow.
So a storm hit it. That's terrible.
Like a rogue storm?
No.
Didn't use it correctly?
No.
So it makes me think, like, I think if you told me this story about Paris Hilton a month ago, I would have been like, it's such a big boat.
Well, but still, there's right. But also the kid could literally, if you look at the photos, he could toddle right off of the boat.
I love that we keep using the word toddle. Okay, so what I was going to say is, like, if they're like inside the boat, because I'm sure this boat had like rooms and kitchens and whatever, maybe not. But if you're on like the perimeter of the boat
on the deck,
then absolutely you put.
So you're in that camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, I am too.
What are we worried about him being uncomfortable?
Right. Yeah.
We go on a boat a lot, obviously very different boats, a wakeboarding boat, but my kids are even older and they're like, do we have to wear it? Yes, put it on.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I was on like this was decades ago. I was in Havasu or Nasi, I don't remember where, on someone's boat. They had a newborn holding on to the newborn, and it was one of those like go fast type boats.
Yeah, a speedboat.
With no life vest on a newborn. I'm like, I didn't even want to be on the boat. I was like, get me off this boat. Because if this boat hits something or goes up, like.
Yeah, there's like the front of the boat. I even get nervous with the kids like up at that part of the boat, because if the boat hits something and they fly over the edge and the boat keeps going.
Yes, they go right under. It's horrible. It's horrible. So Paris Hilton, I'm not going to just sit and crap on you, but I do think you should have done it different. That is my opinion.
If you're that close to the water, swimming or not swimming, like, I don't know if you threw me into the middle of the ocean if I could swim with whatever.
First of all, rogue waves.
First of all, just like the idea of the ocean is making my whole body hurt.
Right.
Like there's a whole other world.
That's right.
Under that water, and it's not ours.
That's right.
And I want no part in it. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to. Like, there's
you don't want something like drifting past your leg and you feel it.
Like literally, I know it hurts to talk about. Yeah. If you don't want to have like a shark attack you or be lost in the middle of the ocean,
what do you call it?
There's a way to avoid this.
Yeah, you stay on the sand. Jellyfish.
Stay on the sand. Did you see the video of, I think it was a orca whale? It was a huge ass whale that just. I can show you this video. It just was swimming and like capsized the boat.
I believe it.
And then this other boat was filming it and came around to like rescue those people.
This is what I'm talking about.
I mean,
no,
stay out of the ocean.
Right. Like
people that scuba dive.
Yeah, I'm super into that though too. It depends where I am and like who's running it and all that. But
fear. I know people that have gone down in cages to swim with sharks.
Have you seen 47 meters down?
No, but Kara, like, you keep asking me if I watch these movies. Like,
you
no.
See Perfect Storm.
No.
So old. No, it's good. It's sad. And spoiler alert, he gets lost at sea. Rogue wave takes him out. Anyway, so Paris Hilton, I'm weighing in. yeah, I think I
She
would
does
like to
seem like
see
a very like attentive, loving mom.
attentive, tuned in mom. I just think, and it's one of those things also, we're sitting here talking about it when you're there
Yeah.
and it's become normalized and you've like habituated to being on this massive boat. I get how your reality is a little skewed
Mm-hmm.
and it's sort of like, yeah, this seems fine. I
Yeah.
get that. I get that. But I would have liked to see that kid in a life jacket toddling around the deck of a boat.
Because 99.9% of the time, I'm sure he's
It's
fine.
fine.
But like, damn.
It's fluke accidents. It's what if Paris Hilton's watching him and she, passes out from heat stroke and then off he goes. It's
Okay,
those,
that is not the accident I think is going to happen. She's not alone.
what
with
if
him.
she's the only one watching him at that Jesse,
Wait,
it takes this long.
wait, I know, but like, why is she getting heat stroke?
Just saying. Okay. What if she did?
It's not the way.
This is how I operate. This is the framework I exist through. What
There's
if?
so many what ifs. Like, what if he like got too close to the edge and they
What
hit a
if-
wave? Or
Right.
what if
a
like,
seagull shits on her and she starts cleaning it and then
but like
off the
her
kid
passing
goes?
out from heat stroke is just so.
I don't know how hard she's hitting it on that catamaran.
It's so funny. Okay.
Anyway, yeah. What do you got?
So there, I'm gonna butcher the name. So, but the Bella sisters, right? You know who they
The
are?
Bella twins?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So one of them's married to Artem. His last name is Chigvinstev. I don't know. I didn't say it right. Nikki Bella. I've seen them. They've popped up on my social media and their whole brand is just like their marriage. They have a little boy, just how beautiful their relationship is. He just got arrested for felony domestic violence charges.
Whoa.
So
Is he an actor too?
he's a dancer. He was on Dancing with the Stars as one of the
Oh.
professionals.
I thought Yellowstone for some reason.
No, I have a story on Yellowstone though.
That's next.
But so the story is that he ended up calling 911 for injuries to her, right?
Because he hurt her?
Well, yeah, I mean that's what's being
Okay.
alleged. Like
That he called.
like the story hasn't come out on like what happened, but it was like him, and then she was the one with injuries. He called 911, and then he called them back and said like, actually, like we're fine, don't come. So the ambulance turned around and the fire trucks turned around. But once you call 911, the police have to show up.
Oh, yeah.
So they showed up, and he ended up getting arrested.
He's in trouble.
He's in trouble. And it just goes to show that, like,
what you see is not always real.
yeah. And it's sad. I think their
is
son
sad.
was home, and I don't know. But it's just like one of those things where you're just like, wow, that is absolutely the last thing you'd expect coming from the way this couple
The way they portray themselves. I wonder
Yeah.
if there is a history of other incidents that maybe we
Right.
haven't heard about.
I'm sure. Well, that's the thing. Like, you never know what somebody's going through. You don't really know a whole story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It'll
guess-
be interesting when more details come out.
And they've released his the audio of his call, and I guess she was throwing shoes at him. So maybe she was trying to defend herself. I mean, who knows?
Ooh, messy and muddy.
Messy and muddy and sad.
Really sad.
You know.
And just another reminder, yeah, that
And we don't know how hurt she was or what's going on, or
things really can look a certain way and they're not.
and they're not. So then, that gets into the whole story of like, we're all looking at, if you're looking at this couple and you're just like, wow, like they have it all
Envious.
together,
Yeah.
and
I wish
look
I
at what
had
they've
that.
created. Yeah.
Look at how he looks at her. Look at how they look at each other. It's like that scratches the surface of what is actually happening behind closed doors.
I think that is damaging, right? Like that's what's been so damaging to so many people. That's why I love what we talk about on here. Like we're very real about how not glamorous it all is, and making life seem just so easy and breezy, because there could be so many people looking at the relationship feeling envious and
Inadequate.
and feeling, the comparison being so damaging, and it's not even real.
I know. There's a quick little therapist tangent. There's a cognitive distortion. It's part of the CBT model, and it's unfair comparisons. And this is exactly it. And the reason
But you don't know it's unfair until shit like this comes out.
Right. You don't know it's distorted until stuff like this comes out. And it's like, oh, I'm looking at this family or this like influencer online and everything's like butterflies and rainbows and unicorns. And then you find out, I mean, and it's horrible. It's like, oh shit, like they go through shit too.
Yeah.
You know, but we don't normally see that. So anyone that's caught up in the
Take 2.
unfair comparisons, keep in mind the grass is always greener when the grass on the other side is fake.
Yeah.
Fake grass looks real nice.
And I hope she's okay.
I hope she's okay too.
You know what's so fun about doing these stories with you? Like we 1,000% pay attention to different shit.
I know. Like, is that Bieber?
Yeah.
He's my next story.
I know. Go
Biebs.
ahead.
Okay. So apparently Justin Bieber, he's with Haley Baldwin. They have had a baby. Jack. Welcome,
Such
Jack.
a good name.
Really cute. Apparently, according to my sources, my reputable sources, TMZ and Page 6, he's struggling with like
Wait, can I cut you off?
Yeah.
I'm on here looking at the story, but just 40 minutes ago, they posted, look, that's her and her 4-year-old son getting on a plane to leave where they were.
Without him.
Yeah.
So he apparently is having some like baby blues, having a
now we're
hard
back
time.
to Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Sorry. But anyways,
that's
Nikki Bella.
Leaving.
Leaving. Yeah, they were in Napa. So she's at the San Francisco airport with her son getting on a private jet. Leaving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Well, Haley Baldwin might not be too far behind because she apparently has had her fill of Biebs and his difficulty managing early fatherhood.
Wait, the baby's like 3 days old.
Yeah. They're going through something.
Oh.
They're going through something. And I always come back to these kid celebrities. I mean, there's like footage of Justin Bieber. He's essentially being like molested by even like 40-year-old women in the industry. He's being like at 15, they grab his face. And I think there's this idea like, well, he's a boy or he's a man, so it's fine. And it's like, no, that's so violating. And he's a child and it's so confusing and it creates all these weird associations. And I think he has probably
haven't we talked about him being at P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever the hell his name is.
There's footage of Puff Daddy with like his arm around Bieber and Bieber's like so uncomfortable.
Right. And who knows what was happening because now that's investigation.
Diddy did do it. Diddy did it. Yeah. So I am Team Bieber. Well, I haven't heard about this story. I root for him and
do you think it's a legit story?
I mean, I think so. I've seen it in a few different places.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's really
sad. He's just having he's kind of having a hard time, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
hopefully they are doing okay.
Yeah. Having a newborn's no joke.
And it's fair. I mean,
but you have to think they have a lot of help.
Well, right.
You would assume.
Right. So then where does the issue lie? I want to get Bieber on the chair to interview him.
Do it like the rest of us and let's report.
Yeah. Bieber, drop us a comment. What are you dealing with, buddy?
Yeah, but we're here for you.
We're here for you.
We're here for you. You guys,
talk to us.
Just call us. Okay. Do you know who Leah Remini is?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
She's Italian.
Oh, I love, yeah.
Yeah, she was in the Scientology and then left and did the show.
Oh, and she has like that whole thing about Scientology and she was in King and Queens or something. She's hysterical.
And she had Belle was in the beach.
She was
the beach episodes or whatever.
Know who she is.
Yeah.
So she had a reality show too with her husband a while back for a couple years. But anyways, they just announced together that they're divorcing. Oh. So they were married for 21 years together for 28. And this one hits a little close to home because after 24 years of marriage, after 24 years of being together, my dad and stepmom are divorcing. And it really makes me think about like, even when you get into like the later years of life, like, I don't know. I just thought when I was that age, I might just be like, this is what it is. Mm-hmm. Like, look at all these people just like, nope. I'm going to switch it up.
They're like, well, that about wraps that up. On to the next.
Yeah. On to the next stage. So I don't know. I think it's fascinating to be like that far into relationships and just be like, I'm gonna try this on my own. I'm gonna start on over.
Right.
I mean, more power to you to have that like chutzpah and confidence to just, but like A, it's like really sad. And B, there's probably also a lot of peace that comes with it and like good for them. But like to see these like really long-term relationships just wrapping up.
Yeah.
Like,
it's odd. There's something unsettling about it. But then also it's like, you know what? Hey, maybe they're both on board with it and it's just better that way.
I mean, it seems like from the two examples I'm talking about, everyone's
like
on
everyone's
board,
on
but then
board.
it's just like, what's the plan?
Maybe they don't want to have a plan.
Oh, I
Maybe
guess
they
I
just
like
want
wouldn't
out.
want to be alone. Like
Well,
I would love like that partner, like the companionship.
but imagine,
After all
I mean,
those
who knows?
years building a life together
They may have other people on deck.
already.
You know what I mean?
Like, do you think that has to be key? Like,
I think for most people it's key.
like you have to have at like that, like having someone on deck.
Especially if there's like, if you tend to be codependent or kind of like have to have someone,
Mhm.
it would be hard to just go from having that to just being alone.
Alone.
No
Yeah.
companion.
It's kind of wild.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wild concept. But yeah, I mean, they seemed like such a great couple. And I'm sure like their statement was really sweet. And like, we're still going to do like family holidays together. And like, we're still a family. We're just not in this marriage anymore. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Some people can pull it off.
Yeah.
You know, the co-parenting and all the things.
And their child is an adult, I'm sure
Yeah.
at this point.
Right.
Speaking of divorcing, oh, you don't watch Vanderpump Rules or any of that. So many people do. So I'm sure
Yeah,
they'll
talk about it.
and then the Valley. So Brittany Cartwright on the show asked for a separation from Jax. And Jax is just like to me, just like makes my skin crawl. He's just so
They're married?
what?
Wait, a separate.
You
Are they
do you recognize
married?
them?
No, but are they married?
They were. So they were on
Oh.
Vanderpump Rules together. They end up getting married. He's gross. Like, just look at him. Just like he's so gross in so many ways. Just watching him talk on the show, he just loves himself so much, and he's such a shitster. And maybe he's playing a role. Oh, he just like gets people talking and against each other, and like to see a man doing that is just
It's very ew. It's very
it's
cringy.
such an ick.
It is.
He to me is such an ick.
Let's keep in mind that the producers are probably staging a lot of that.
Probably, but he dives right in.
It's like too comfortable of a role for him.
Like he just like, yeah, it's so natural. So anyways, he's pretty big dick to her. He cheated on her when they were dating. They ended up getting married. They have a kid. Her character, or who she really is just like so sweet. So sweet, so genuine. So they separated they just went to this new show called The Valley.
Oh.
No, nothing?
No.
Wow. Okay. So they're on The Valley on their first season. They separate and she officially just filed for divorce.
Wow.
He checked himself into like a mental health facility. He filed for divorce. Like, good for her.
Good for her. And truthfully, I don't know much about him, but good for him for like recognizing he needed to get inpatient help.
Yeah, that too. But good for her for getting out.
Yeah.
Oh, look, this just popped up because I'm doing a whole episode with my phone. She's Nikki Bella ringless boarding private flight after Artem Chigvintsev domestic violent arrest.
Wow.
And she's smiling and she doesn't look too injured, so that's good.
I'm happy she's smiling.
Yeah. Oh man. Life's hard, guys.
It is. What is that headline?
Oh my God. Okay, I'll stop looking at it.
What does it say?
It says man who initially told wife's children she was terminally ill and left home confesses to her murder.
Oh dear.
Okay, that's just a lot. That's just a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any other?
I'm trying to think of any other interesting headlines.
I have an exciting one.
What?
Yellowstone is coming back.
Ooh, Yellowstone.
Did you watch that?
No.
Oh, we really like. If one of us loves it, the other one doesn't even know about it.
It allows us to bring such unique perspectives and content to the podcast.
It sure does. But I wish you could talk to me about the excitement of this. So Kevin Costner is like not like he's the dad. He's like
love him.
The patriarch of Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
And so they released the first half of season 5 over a year ago, like so long ago. And then he came out with the video a couple months ago, just like, I'm done. I'm not coming back. We're not finishing season 5. There's going to be no series finale, and left us all hanging. And now they just announced are bringing it back.
Oh.
And the woman that plays his daughter on the show, her name's Beth. Yeah, you have to watch.
Would I have to start at season 1?
But it's not, no, it's do I get to
Oh,
start
oh,
at season
oh.
1?
Right.
It's do I get to?
Okay.
Yeah, and Beth is just everything. And she's with this guy named Rip, and they're bringing it back, and it's gonna like just be more focused on, I think, like Beth and Rip.
Do
Like,
you think there's people that like the diehard Yellowstone fans, because I know it's a thing, that like wish they could be in my position where they get to experience it all again for the first time?
Absolutely. When I recommend a show to someone that I really love, I'm just, there's a little tinge of like envy of like, oh my God, you get to experience this from the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me, everyone. I get to.
Are you going to though?
Sure.
Wait, you should.
Yeah.
You
I've
should
heard
start.
a lot of good things about Yellowstone.
Yeah, and it's disturbing enough that you would enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's not just like no, it's definitely a show where I was like, can I handle this? But it's good. It's really, really good.
I was just thinking, speaking of just like shows and whatnot, we tried to watch The Watchers last night. It's not M. Night, is it?
Shyamalan?
It's not him directing. I think it's his son. It's someone with the same last name. You
Okay.
can look it up.
Nepo baby.
And it's Dakota Fanning's in it. I'm almost positive she's the main star. There is also another she has like a doppelganger. Dakota Fanning has a crazy doppelganger, and I get
Is it Elle Fanning, her sister?
No.
Okay.
It's like a replica. So, but I'm pretty sure it's Dakota Fanning, The Watchers.
Okay.
It's not good.
Oh, the show sucks?
Not good at all. I mean, maybe some people disagree. Actually, if you do disagree and you liked it, please tell me what you liked about it. I kind of rolled over and went to sleep. I'm not crazy about his. I was super bored, and this is the thing with M. Night Shyamalan's movies.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm probably mispronouncing it, but the thing with his movies, I did like Sign with what's his face? The Joker. Oh my gosh. It's like, anyway, everybody knows who I'm talking about. Not Phoenix, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Okay. So I liked Signs, and I liked
Did he do The Sixth Sense?
I was just gonna say I
really
did like
good.
that one.
Wait, look at me. You have like fuzz on your head.
Oh, thank you. But like Mermaid and the Woman and the Lady in the Water, it was literally the worst movie I've ever seen, and I wanted my hour and a half back.
Yeah.
It's all like
I've never
this,
even
like,
heard of that.
Like
sometimes
so
he
and
hits
so
it
has a key that's going to open a door that will magically appear under your foot, and then you get to. It's like none. It's all so sloppily put together and packaged, and I'm like getting angry about it. It makes me angry.
Is The Watcher a series or
I think
movie?
it's a series. Let me look it up.
Okay. Speaking of amazing TV shows that you would like.
It's a movie. Sorry.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
There is a series on Hulu. If you have not watched this, everybody go watch it. It is so good. It's called Tell Me Lies.
Oh, you were talking about that.
I think it's based on a book. It is like based on these two main characters and their group of friends, and they have this just like super intense, it's a very, very sexy show, like connection, but he's like just like the most like deranged like mind, and the way he like orchestrates like with her and other women and the power he has over her. Anyways, it's so good, and you're just like engrossed when you're watching it, and then it ends and the season ends and you want so much more. And I mean, it ended like a year and a half ago or more. I don't know. I could look it up, but it was such like
you're just still suffering from post-season depression.
Yeah, but they just announced season 2 comes out just like next week.
Ooh.
So I never ever like to rewatch shows unless it's like Friends, but I'm watching season 1 again. And it is so good. You would love it because it's very much like, how does this guy's brain work? Because he almost like doesn't ever do anything so bad that you like can hate him. Right. But he's also like so just like messed up. Oh,
calculated. Yeah. Yeah, I'll watch it.
It's so good. Yeah. And then we can watch season 2 together.
I'll do Yellowstone. I'll get caught up.
Yellowstone's a big commitment. It's long.
That's
episodes.
Fine. That's the thing, is once I'm hooked into something, I will
do that and do Tell Me Live. Tell Me Live is so fun.
As long as watching both of those shows doesn't conflict or interfere with my Naked and
Afraid. Okay, but I just going back to Naked and Afraid, I feel like
circle back again.
I just feel like it has to be like Survivor. Ben loves Survivor.
What do you
I think there's been 86 seasons of Survivor. And every time he watches the new season, I'm just like, oh my God, it's exactly like the last.
I know.
What?
I know. I can't explain it. I don't know. I don't have words to
Nothing's
explain
new.
the
Nothing's
attachment.
new. It's just they're
But yet it
cycling.
feels new.
Well,
every
that's how
time.
he feels about Survivor, but that is my all right. Read a book, get on your phone, go to bed. Cue when he turns on
Smut.
Survivor.
That's when you put on your smut.
Yeah, I'm not like I need to like
Not so
find
much?
another good one. I'm reading one right now. It's not like super smutty. It's fine. Not like
It's fine.
I'm not like enthralled with like
You're not titillated by it.
I don't want it to just be smut. Like I want the story, the dialogue to still have like
You want like quality smut.
a little bit of quality
Something.
to it. And right now I'm just I don't know.
It's lackluster.
It's a little lackluster. Okay.
Well,
do you have
what I got.
other stories? That's it. That's all we got.
That's all we got.
I mean, I'm looking at some other ones right here, but I just don't feel like they're like
Noteworthy.
no, you'll like this one. Patrick Mahomes says Taylor Swift has already started drawing up plays for the Kansas City Chiefs.
For goodness sake.
That has to be
That's not
taken out of
true.
context.
Yeah.
That can't.
I don't foresee
Whatever.
anyone taking her advice in terms of football. It just wouldn't make sense.
No, that can't be true.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Short but sweet.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. What else is happening? If there's any other noteworthy headlines we should chat about.
Yeah, I feel like we want to keep doing this, but we need to get better at it.
We will.
Yeah.
I think we covered some good ones. Bieber, Hilton, the Bella twin. Who else? Yellowstone.
Everyone go watch Tell Me Lies if you haven't because it's so good.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, cool.
Till next time.
Bye.
All right, guys, here's the deal. If you like what you hear,
And we know you do,
be sure to like, subscribe,
and write us a review.
that rhymes.